What's up, docs? It's Doc McJohnson here, and before I get this video started, I just want to give a big disclaimer. I am probably the worst drawer or artist that you'll ever meet, and I have the worst doctor's handwriting ever, but I absolutely love watching these videos, and you babes really wanted to see it as well, so here we go. I was born in Georgetown, Guyana, which is the only predominantly English-speaking country in South America, and it's nestled right between Venezuela and Suriname. And culturally, we are 100% connected to the Caribbean. I'm the oldest of 4 children. I have 1 younger brother and 2 younger sisters, but we'll talk about them later. When I was around 3 or 4 years old, my parents and I moved to the UK so that my dad could study chemistry in Manchester, England. My mom always tells me that I picked up the British accent super quickly and would go around telling everyone, "I'm Tonasha Johnson from Manchester, England," even when we got back to Guyana. Once my dad completed his studies, we returned to Georgetown, and in the following years, my brother Jamal was born, and we would have so much fun playing and getting into trouble together. He's always been super fun and really creative. It was sometime during these years that my parents said that when people would ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would say, "I want to be a doctor." And with time, that turned into, "I want to be a pediatrician." People always ask me, why a pediatrician? Well, every time that I visited the doctor when I was younger, I would always notice how happy they were. They legitimately looked like they enjoyed their jobs, like they loved taking care of children and making sure they stayed healthy. It looked like so much fun to me, and that's why being a pediatrician became my #1 goal from a very young age. But back to the story. Skip ahead a few years later, and my younger sister Tanya was born, and 6 weeks later, my family and I moved to St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands. That was an interesting transition, especially when it came to going from the British educational system to the American education system. One day, apparently, I came home and told my mom that the work was way too easy for me because I'd already learned most of it. So, I took a test, and that led to me skipping the 2nd grade. While we lived in St. Croix, my youngest sister Talitha was born, and she honestly made our family feel complete. I absolutely loved living in the Virgin Islands. Warm weather, mango trees, beaches, and lovely people. It was the best childhood I could have asked for. So imagine my absolute devastation when during my 8th grade year, my parents broke the news to me and my siblings that we were going to move to the mainland United States. Moving to the state of Maryland was one of the most difficult things in my entire life. I was just starting high school, and here I was in a new place. I was a total nerd, and all the kids at school made fun of my accent. If it wasn't for my family and my church, I probably would have been super sad. But I eventually found somewhere to fit in, even at school. I was a class officer, and I was even on the prom planning committee. I graduated as the valedictorian of my class at Largo High School, home of the Lions, and went on to attend Howard University as part of their 6-year BSMD program. So yeah, guys, 6 years after I graduated from high school, I became a doctor. Like I said, total nerd. Choosing to attend an HBCU was one of the best choices I ever made in my life. I learned so much about my culture and my history and made amazing lifelong friendships with people that to this day, I basically call my family. Now, imagine having spent your entire life with your family and then having to move to a brand new state all by yourself where you know absolutely no one to start the next chapter of your life. Yeah, that was me after med school. To put it lightly, I was shook. But I knew that I had to be brave and branch out so that I could learn how to be an awesome pediatrician and just to grow up and live on my own. So I packed all my stuff and moved from Maryland to Pennsylvania for my pediatric residency training at the Children's Hospital at Lehigh Valley Health Network. I moved into my very own apartment in a brand new town. No family, no friends. Thank God that I had an amazing residency program with awesome admins and 5 beautiful and strong women that helped me adjust to life in a new place. I learned so much during residency, and not just about how to make the right diagnosis and plans, but how to really be a great physician and take the best care of patients and families. I'll forever be indebted to everyone at LVH for helping me become the pediatrician that I am today. Now, some of you may be asking, you're a whole doctor. Why are you even making YouTube videos? Well, I began to fall in love with YouTube videos when I saw Nikki May, aka The Natural Chica, starting her natural hair journey. I absolutely loved her blog, and when she branched out into making YouTube videos, I was absolutely fascinated by the community that she was able to build. So many people with similar interests sharing ideas and tutorials. Yes, please. It was amazing. I quickly started following a lot of hair and beauty gurus like You Love Megs, Missy Lynn, and Onika, aka Shorty Too Sweet 59, all who to this day are still some of my biggest YouTube inspirations. Around that time, I started my own blog. It's actually still up, so if you're interested, the link will be in the description box below. I would record videos here and there when I wanted to do a video post and upload them to my YouTube channel. The quality is horrendous and I'm kind of shy in them, but I'll keep them up forever because they really do show how much I've grown. Fast forward to many years later, to about winter-spring 2016, I had moved back to Maryland with my family, had a job that I had worked really hard to get, had a great relationship, but I was really unhappy. If you guys watched my last video, the story at the end, yeah, that was me just last year. I went through a really tough time where I was really questioning what my purpose in life was, and it made me really, really sad. I had worked so hard, had my entire career path planned out, made it, and now I was completely unhappy. It was during that time that I discovered Lilly Singh, aka Superwoman. The very first video of hers that I watched was actually her Draw My Life video, and it was so eerie because she reminded me so much of myself. I immediately subscribed to her vlog channel because I wanted to know more about this girl that I identified so much with, and needless to say, I fell in love. Watching Lily's videos reignited my love for YouTube and helped motivate me to rediscover my purpose in life. After lots of prayer and support, I not only found a new job that I absolutely love, but I also decided to give YouTube a shot, for real this time. I did tons of research and analyzed the paths that some of my favorite YouTubers took. I took all the notes, I made a list of goals, I came up with a strategy, you guys know how I am, and I was ready. What I wasn't ready for though was to meet one of my biggest YouTube inspirations ever in life, Adande Swoozie Thorne from Diego Martin, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, come on, don't even act like you didn't know I was going to mention Adande in this. But I'll skip all the preliminaries and head straight to the good stuff. First of all, shout out to my friend Asia. In summer 16, shortly after Asia and I met through Team Super Online, she asked me, "Hey girl, are you going to Playlist Live DC?" And I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Playlist happens in DC? 2 weeks later on Twitter, Playlist is making announcements about the special guests, and of course, Adande was gonna be in the building. I went online and bought my tickets so fast you would have thought I was trying to flee the country. Now, what some of you may not know is that I almost didn't even get to meet Adande because the playlist meetup for him sold out online in 0.5 seconds. I was so sad about this, and shout out to all you lovelies because you basically spammed Adande telling him he had to meet me at playlist. Which, oh by the way, he tweeted me saying, "What totally happened? No big deal." Fast forward to playlist, and we actually did meet. If you haven't already, check out the footage in my very first vlog. I'll link it below and in this video. Basically, I died. Easily one of the top 10 moments in my entire life. Easy. After that happened, I legit was ready to do YouTube for reals. I relaunched my YouTube channel, Doc McJohnson Vlogs, and the entire Doc McJohnson brand on my birthday, September 28th. And now, I'm officially a YouTuber. My YouTube vision board has a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I cannot believe that I'm already halfway there. To all of you members of the DMJ squad, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me and believing in me and just being wonderful human beings. You inspire and motivate me so much more than you could ever know. I love you all, and I hope you know how much you deserve to be loved by everyone around you and by yourself. I don't know what the rest of this journey holds for me, but I hope you loves will come along with me for the ride. And as always, don't forget to be brave, be kind, love God, love people. Bye!